Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you how to make this adorable Loomiguroomi / Rainbow Loom Clownfish. So, this is not my own original pattern, I guess. I did find it as a crochet pattern online and I thought it looked really cute. Unfortunately, I do not know how to crochet. I really want to learn how. But however, I do know how to do Loomiguroomi, which is basically crocheting with rubber bands. So if you crochet, this should be really easy for you. And all you need are a few simple materials. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need are bands, of course. So I'm using a lot of orange bands for the main color. Again, you can use any colors you would like. I'm just going with the normal clownfish colors. You'll also need white bands and black bands. Sorry if you can't really see the bands there, but there's orange, white, and black. You'll also be needing a rainbow loom or crochet hook of any type. You just need a hook. You'll need a bunch of these little clear C-clips because you could use them either for stitch markers or you can use them for attaching things, which is what I do. And when we go to attach things, I will show you how to use them. You'll also need, you don't need this. If you're using the clear C-clip, you can do that, but I like to use the colored ones just because they're bigger and easier to spot when you're making your creations. So I'm using a red one today. You'll also need something that you can use for the eyes. So if you're giving this to a younger child, you might not want to put eyes on it. But here are two options you have for eyes. You could also use black bands, but I don't have any at the moment that I can get. So you can use beads here, or you can use safety eyes. And I'm going to be using safety eyes like I did with this one here. But you can use whatever you have, which is either black bands, beads, or safety eyes. Like I said, I'm going to be using safety eyes today, so I will show you how to do that and how I like to do it. But of course, you can just use whatever you have. You could also use buttons and anything that you know how to put on. I will be making a tutorial on how to put on safety eyes and other eyes onto your creations because I know a lot of people have difficulties with that. But, you'll also need, I know this is the one that everyone always forgets all the time, which is I'm going to get some real quick here. Some stuffing. So I just pulled a really small amount out of my stuffing bag here to show you guys, so you'll be needing stuffing. So I'm going to put all of these things on the side for now until we will need them. So I'm going to leave out my hook and my safety eyes because I like to keep them on the side. But yeah, sorry. My case is over there and I just bumped it. So you're going to start off by, so I'm going to put the band count in the description box below. I don't have it at the moment, but it will be in the description box, so don't worry about that. I will also link the pattern that I'm using as well. And I will put the link to the website with the pattern, and I will also write out the entire pattern down there, just so you guys can see it if you don't understand the way that they say it on the website. But anyway, let's get started. So I am not going to show you the actual basics of Loomiguroomi because there are so many other tutorials out there. I will link a few of my favorites in the description box in case you want to see them. But I might be doing one for myself, but that will come in the future. This is my first Loomiguroomi tutorial here. So first we're going to start off with a magic ring of 6 stitches. So how you make a magic ring, you're going to take one of your bands, and I know that my bands aren't really the best quality. That's just because they have been out of their package for a very long time, and this is what happens to them. But anyway, you're going to take a band, put it on your hook, and wrap it around either 2 times or 3 times, depending on how you see it. Just make sure that you have 3 little loops on your hook. Here, let me show you. 1, 2, and 3. As long as you have 3 little loops, you're good. And then you're going to take a single band. Oops, I dropped it. You're going to put it on your hook, and then you're going to pull these 3 loops up and onto it. You're going to grab that other band that's on your hook, and you're going to have this. And you're going to take the first loop and pull it through the second. Again, if you don't understand what I just did, make sure to go check out a Loomiguroomi basics video. So now you're going to go into those 3 loops again. You can stretch them out, put your hook back through, so you have the 3 loops and your 1 loop. You're going to take another band, put it on your hook, pull it through just the 3 loops, reclaim, and then you're going to pull this first band through these 2 bands, like that. And that is your first stitch, well, your first completed stitch. So now you're going to do that, I'm pretty sure 4 more times. So, 1. I'm just doing this really slowly, so you guys out there who don't know how to do this can do it with me. I'm also sort of slow because I've never really done it in front of a camera before. But hopefully I'm going to do this more often. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. If you don't understand how I just counted that, I will tell you after we're done with the 6. So keep going. Oh gosh, my bands are getting all tangled up. Again, this is sort of awkward because I've never done this in front of a camera. But I'm gonna learn how to do it, and I'm gonna do it well. 1 more stitch. Feel free to pause or fast forward or go back whenever you need to, if I'm going too fast or too slow or whatever. So here you have your magic ring. Sorry if I go off camera a little. Let me move it because that's where I loom. So here is what you should have. So you're going to count the band on your hook, like that one, 1, and then there's these little triangles here. You're going to count that as stitch 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As long as you have 6 counting that way, you are perfectly good. So now you're going to take your, I actually need a different color. How about green? The red will blend in too well with the orange. So I'm gonna take my green C-clip and I'm going to put it on the band that is around my hook, like that, just to mark the beginning, because I have tried it without this stitch marker and it gets a little confusing. If you find that it's easier not to use a C-clip, go for it. But anyways, we're moving on. So the next row is increase all the way around. So an increase is basically where you do 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So you're going to take a band, put it on your hook, pull it through that stitch, and do a single crochet. Again, if you don't know how to do this or what I am doing, just make sure to go and check out one of the videos down below because they will help you. So there's 1 increase. Basically what an increase is, like I said, is doing 2 stitches in 1 stitch. Well, 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So we're just gonna do it. I am hoping that I don't run out of bands because I don't really have a lot of orange band. Oh, that one just snapped. Okay. I don't really have a lot of orange bands left. But I thought that it should be enough to get me through the tutorial, so we will keep going. So increase all the way around. In case you guys were wondering, I have been looming for quite a long time now, maybe 2 or 3 years. I know that might not seem like a lot, but it's a lot to me. I don't have a lot of my creations because I either gave them away or sold them because I sell my Rainbow Loom to people at my school. But yeah, maybe one day I'll do a Loomiguroomi like update like I used to do, but I don't really make as many things anymore. So I haven't really done any of those lately. If you guys really like them, then we can do them again. So I have got into the band that's on my C clip is on. So now we're just going to count, and we should have 12 stitches. So 1 is the band on your hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that we're going to take the C clip off of that band and put it on the band that is around your hook. So this is what you should have so far. And the next row is single crochet increase all the way around. So a single crochet is an increase but with only 1 stitch. So you're going to pull 1 band through, but then instead of doing another, putting another band in that stitch, we're just going to move on to the next stitch, which is an increase. So we're going to put 2 bands in this one. Sorry if I go off camera. The camera is sort of high, so I can't see what I'm doing on the camera that well. So if you guys have any tips for what I could do better in the future, just leave them in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. Sorry if there are some background noises. Okay, so now we're at an increase. If I'm going too fast for you, you can just pause the video to catch up, or just do whatever you have to do, really. You could even like modify this to make it your own design. We're doing an increase again. Okay, we're almost at the end. Okay, and the last band should be an increase. If it isn't, you probably did something wrong. Maybe I did something wrong. I mean, everyone makes mistakes. And if I do make a mistake, that's good. I can just tell you how I fix them, which isn't always the best way to fix them, but it's what I do. So I'm just going to, so you need 18 stitches now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you should have 18 stitches, and this is what it should look like. A lot of YouTubers always forget to do the stitch counts, and I don't really like that because I like to make sure that I have the right amount of stitches. But that is probably why I will really do my very best not to forget in this tutorial. So the next round is actually single crochets in every stitch around. So yes, this is looking quite small, but if you look at this one, it is going to get bigger because the single crochets will make it bigger. I know that doesn't make sense, but if you are a loomer, you will get it. But we are going to do 2 rows of single crochet, which is rows 4 and 5. I like it when people like talk during their tutorials, like when you're doing like the single crochet rounds. Just because it's not like you're listening to silence. I might actually put on like some music. That would be nice. Nice relaxing music. So if you guys want to, you can pause it now and do your 2 rows of single crochets, and then fast forward to when I am done. I'm going to do all of this entire tutorial with you, like in real time, no like stopping, just because I feel like I want to make it easier for the people who haven't done this before. So I feel like it would just be easier for them if I did it with them the entire time. But anyways, so you can count your stitches after your rounds of single crochet if you want to, just to like make sure that you make no mistakes. I don't normally, but I think I will, just so you guys know. Okay, so I have completed that first round. So now we will remove the C-clip, put it on the bend that's around our hook. Oh goodness. There. So I know that my thumb sort of likes to go in there to hold it while I'm looming. I don't know if that's just something I do, but it's what I do. So sorry if that's annoying you, but yeah. So that was the first round. So the next round is row 5. I have my computer next to me, so I'm just gonna, sorry, that's an ad. I'm gonna put on some calming music. Okay, here we go. There. Just so that it sort of fills the silence. So once again, we are doing a row of single crochets. Okay, so I have one stitch left. Okay. Okay, so I just finished my 2 rounds, so this is what it should look like. I apologize for not doing the stitch count for row 4. I forgot, but I will do it now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you should have 18 stitches. Sorry if it sort of went to the side. My hand likes to do that sometimes, so I hope that you guys can see it. So now we are changing to the white. So I'm just gonna sort of put these to the side. I'm gonna get my white bands. They're from the package, so, oh gosh, where did that piece of hair come from? Okay, well anyway, here are my whites. Here. So we're going to do 2 rows of just white. So we're going to go into our first stitch, and when we change colors, we have to do a color change. So we're going to take one of our white bands, pull it through, but now instead of doing a normal single crochet, we're going to pull the band on the part of the band that is on our hook through this orange band, like that. Reclaim the other end, and then do a slip knot. That is just so that it has a clean change. If you find that it looks better without it, you can do that, but I just learned how to do it this way. So now the rest of the row is single crochets. And if you, I know that my white bands are much newer and they've been in the package for a very long time. Well, they've been in their package since we bought them. Unlike the orange bands, which have been out of the package. So they are much, like, less, I guess, excuse me for saying this, but crusty. They're smoother, but that is why I might do like a Loomiguroomi tips video, which is just things that I do. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm going much faster with these because the orange bands are sort of like flat, like curled up a little, if you can see it. But these are just flat. It's probably because the orange bands aren't actually Rainbow Loom. I'm pretty sure they're from Wonder Loom. Wonder Loom bands are much less expensive, but they're also not the best quality. I'm really saying all of my tips in this video because it's my first one. Okay, so again we should have 18 stitches. I'm not going to count because if you guys want to count, you can. So this time you do not have to do a color change just because it is already white. You're just going to start off with a single crochet and go all the way around for the white stripe. So this actually is I'm pretty sure you could have guessed it, but this is that row right there on our clownfish. So we've already done all of that. So after this, we're actually going to put on the eyes. Woohoo! I know that when I made this sky, I didn't read the directions very carefully, and I forgot to put on the safety eyes now, but it was fine. So if you miss a row, well, if you go ahead and do the next row, which is actually orange in tint, it is fine. You can put in the safety eyes then if you prefer it, but I'm just going to do it when the pattern tells you to. So I'm just going to finish up really quickly. If you're new to Loomiguroomi, one of the easiest things you can make is a ball, which is basically you just practicing increasing, decreasing, and single crochets, which is all of the stitches that you need to learn. So yeah. So I have completed the white rounds, which is the first stripe, our clownfish. So now I'm going to put on our safety eyes. So all of the YouTubers have different ways of doing this. So because these holes are so tight and small, they don't really fit inside this part of the safety eye doesn't really fit in there very easily. So what I do is I take the tip of my hook, that part right there at the tip, I put the backing part of my safety eye on the table, and I push my hook in, and then I sort of, here, I'll do it in my hand, turn my hook. I know this might be a little confusing. I know some YouTubers who cut it. There's so many different ways that you can widen the hole, but this is just how I chose to do it, because it doesn't require you to get anything out like that you don't already have. Really, it depends on what type of safety eye you get. I just got these off of Michael's, so you can really get them anywhere. Michael's, Joann's, and even maybe there's a ton on Amazon, maybe even eBay. Whatever works for you. So here it says, okay, so we're gonna place our safety eyes between rows 2 and 3. So you go, I'm gonna zoom in for this a little. Well, not zoom in, just like put it closer up. So you're going to take your finger, count the magic ring, which is row 1, and then 1 row out, which is row 2, then row 3. So you're going to put it in that hole between row 2 and 3, or really wherever you think it should go. So I'm using 9mm eyes. It's either 9 or 10. I don't really remember. Let's see. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to put them. Really, wherever you want them is fine. Okay, maybe there. What do you guys think? I like it. Okay. So you can also choose to have them on the bottom or on the top, but depending on where you like them, that is where you can put them. So I'm going to decide to put them here because I think that's cute. But now let's put the backings on. So some people like turn it inside out. I don't, because like you don't have a lot of the face done, so there's not a lot to push back. But you're going to take your safety eye and you're just going to pop the backing on. This can take a bit of power to do if you didn't widen it enough. Sometimes I have to actually go back and widen it more, but this time it's good. Okay, so now that they are on, it looks like a bumblebee almost, but it won't once we add the fins and stuff. I don't know their like scientific names or anything, but yeah. So there we go. So let's get on with it. So we're going to be changing it to orange. So we're going to move our white out of the way, and we're going to, oh gosh, bring in our orange again. Okay, so we're going to do another color change, but instead of changing it to white, we're changing it to orange. So we're doing 2 rows of orange, and yeah. Sorry if you heard like noises. Leah just came in because she wanted to see what I was doing. She knew I was doing a video, but she didn't know what it was, so yeah. So you're just gonna do 2 rows of single crochet. So I think in this video, I'm just going to make the body, and then I'm going to do a part 2, depending on how long this one is. I may or may not make a part 2 that shows you how to make the fins and attach them. I know most YouTubers do things like this all in one go, which is over an hour, which I might do, but I don't think this will take an hour. If it does, I'm fine with that because this is a lot of fun for me to do. So I have 2 stitches left. So again, you guys can make this any color you would like. You could even make it all one solid color to make it a different type of fish, or you could do a different color pattern. It's totally up to you. I'm just making it a clownfish because I personally like the clownfish look. I think it's adorable. So there's your first row of orange, and I think it looks like a bumblebee still. But again, it'll look better when we're done. So now we're going to do the second row. I don't really want this to be too long because then it takes forever to upload to YouTube. So I'm gonna go a little quicker. So the next rounds will be a little bit different because we will be decreasing to close off our fish. I know it might seem a little early, but it isn't. Okay. So I know that there are a lot of like loomers out there who are also YouTubers and they do a lot of looming videos. It would be really amazing if one of them were to watch this video and actually make it. But I know that we're going to start a very, very, very small channel. But I don't know, maybe they will. Maybe they will see it. Okay, we're almost to the end. Ooh. Okay, 2 more stitches. 1 and 2. So, by the way, I'm really sorry that our table was so dirty. We use this for all of our crafts, like literally all of them. I like it better when they're like more out, well, apart from each other. So like there's paint everywhere and like the table is a little, but I'm very sorry about that. We're going to, well, I'm looking for a new tablecloth that we can put on the table to make it better. But anyway, now we are changing back to white. Put those on the side and bring in the white. So we're going to do a color change, and this row we're starting to decrease. So we're going to do a single crochet, well, for our color change, and then we're going to do a decrease. So I'm going to show you how to do a decrease. So we're going to take these two stitches, these two next stitches, which is stitches 2 and 3. You're going to take the stitch that is towards the hole in your clownfish of the first, which is the first band or loop on that stitch, and then you're going to take the one that is closer to the outside of your creation, which is the outer loop, and you're going to pick up both of them, and you're going to take a single white band and pull it through both. So that is how you do a decrease. So we're going to do another single crochet and then a decrease. So again, take the front stitch and the back stitch and do a single crochet or a decrease. So you're just going to keep doing that all the way around. And then at the end, you're going to have a total of 12 stitches, I'm pretty sure. Overall, this is a pretty simple design. So the person who made this did actually have a pattern for a larger clownfish. So if you go to the link in the description box below, you can find her tutorial for that. Well, it's not really a tutorial. It's more of a pattern with a lot of pictures. So yeah, but we have completed our first row. So we should have 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there he is. So now we're going to do a round of single crochets, all in white. We actually, if you include this row, we actually only have 3 rows left, so we are getting very close to finishing off our fish. Soon we will stuff it. So if you would like to, you could have added stuffing around row 9 and 10. But I thought better to stuff it all at once, so I'm going to do that after, maybe after this row, because it's when the white is done. So yes, after this row, you are done with your white. And then you'll just need orange and your black. So we have reached our last stitch. So we're going to take our C-clip and put it on our hook. So again, you should have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we could do our orange rows now, but I'm going to start stuffing. So I have this whole big blue bag of stuffing here. So what I would recommend doing is overstuffing it a little, so then when you attach the fins and things, when your hook goes through it, it will usually catch some stuffing on it. So you want to be able to have enough so that even when that happens, it will your fish will still be nicely stuffed. But of course, don't overstuff, or it will be the bands will stretch and the stuffing will come out through the holes in your bands. the holes between your bands, so don't overstuff it. Here it is. I think it's cute. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to do one row of single crochets all the way around in orange. So let's get rid of this white. Put it over there. We're going to bring in our orange. I'm going to get some more out of my container. Sorry if there's some purples in here. The purple section is right next to the oranges. So when I put my purples back in for my other creation that I made yesterday, they sort of spilled in to the orange. Sorry about that, but again, we're doing a row of single crochets all the way around in all of your white stitches. So I will be making more Loomiguroomi tutorials. Some of them will be my own and some of them won't. I did make a ghost around September, I'm pretty sure, right around when school started. And I used them for Halloween. I did end up selling one of my ghosts, the white one. I still have the pink one. I might do a tutorial on it. I don't know. I sort of lost the pattern, but it is pretty straightforward, so it'll be fine. So we are in the last stitch. Oop. Okay, so you should have, again, 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Sorry if you hear dogs barking. My neighbors have 3 dogs, so yeah. There. So now we are doing decrease all the way around. So do that same decrease that you have been doing. At the end of this row, you should have 6 stitches. And then I will show you how to close it up. So if you would like to add more stuffing, you can do so after this row. After that, hopefully there won't be any hole at all. I think that I slightly overstuffed mine anyway, so I'm not going to add any more stuffing. Just so it can spread around in my little fishy. So decreasing all the way around. So if you don't have 6 stitches after this row, that is absolutely fine. When you're decreasing, it doesn't really matter because it's the end of your creation and the tail will be there anyway to cover up any mistake that you made. So you can sort of rub him a little, like shape him. Okay, so we're going to take that off. So you do not need your C-clip anymore, so I'm just going to put mine back in there. Well, you will need it for the second part, but for now you don't need it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a band and you're going to slip knot it through the band that is on your hook. Like that. So this is Craft Muse's way of doing it. I feel like that's the best way. So if I don't explain it very well, then you can go to Craft Muse's YouTube channel. She explains it very well. So I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below, as long as the other channels I enjoy. So you're going to go through those two loops of the stitch there. That is next to your slip knotted band. You're going to grab the band on top and you're going to pull it through. Now you're going to go to the next stitch over this one and you're going to do the same thing. So in the end, this should create an almost magic ring looking thing. It won't be like an actual magic ring, but it'll be close. There are many ways of closing this off. This is just my favorite. You could decrease all the way around until you are completely done. But I find that to be a little bit messy. And yeah, so when you get all of them, you're just going to pull it. Make sure not to pull it too tightly or it will snap. So you can see how that created a sort of magic ring looking thingy there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the band off your hook and put it on your finger. You're going to go into a nearby stitch. It can be anywhere. Grab that band and pull it through the stitch. And then you can, this is where you need a C-clip. So if you would like, you could just pull this band into the body and just leave it there, but I find that if you pull it enough, that band will come back out, so I like to stretch it up a little more, put a C-clip on it, and then shove it back into the body. The C-clip will help it stay in the body. So there is the body of your fish. I know it looks like a little blob, but trust me, once you add the fins and things, it will look like a fish. So you can sort of shape it a little, push it around. So you will not be needing your white, as I said. You're also done with your stuffing, so you can put that away if you have any extra lying on your table like I did. And your body is completed. So we actually have quite a bit of time left, so you're going to put the body on the side and we can start on the fins. So I'm going to get out some black. You're not going to need all of this black. I just took out more than I needed just in case. You're also probably not going to need that many orange bands, but again,